Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So today we're going to be doing just a general week ahead reading. So this is a timeless reading. You can watch it whenever you feel drawn to this video, regardless of whether it's the beginning of the week or the middle or the end. Even if you watch it a few years from when I post it, hopefully there'll still be some messages for you if you've been drawn to this reading, because I am filming it in a timeless way, so it's not particularly connected to any time. I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers and to all of my patrons, including Alexandra, Kat, Kelly, Chris, and Virginia. Thank you so much to all of you for your support. Thank you to everyone who's donated to the channel as well, whether that's through a deck or through a tip on my tips jar on Etsy, or a donation via PayPal. And I want to say a big thank you to the lovely Kara, who's donated the gorgeous Rumi Oracle. And Kara has been so generous to this channel, you guys. Not only is she a valued and long-standing client, she's also donated 4 decks. She's actually bought yet another deck from my new indie deck wish list, which is now on the way. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm excited to find out. So Kara, I know when this deck arrives I'm going to give you like a little private thing, but please do comment below if you have an idea for a pick a card. Give me an idea and we'll do it. We'll do whatever theme or question you want for a pick a card. So with that being said, thank you to everyone who has supported this channel in some way. And let's take a look at the piles. So I've put these cute little Lomo cards on the piles because I just feel like right now a lot of us just want to get away. You know, we want to go somewhere different, somewhere exciting, somewhere new. And so I chose these landscapes. So whichever one you're going to feel more drawn to intuitively is going to be the most accurate reading for you. So over on pile 1 we've got this beach theme. Looks like it's somewhere in Southeast Asia, and there's a little crab there as well. Could even be in the Caribbean though, I guess, with this kind of landscape. And we've got the Tarot of the Gnomes for pile 1. Just ask yourself, what's coming towards me this week, or what can I expect from the week ahead? On pile 2 we've got this mountain landscape. Looks like it could be somewhere like Canada, Alaska maybe. And we've got the Happy Tarot with that. And then over on pile 3 we've got these cute little goats on the grass. Kind of reminds me of Switzerland, possibly Austria or somewhere similar. And we've got the Ramses Tarot of Eternity over on pile 3. So whichever landscape or group of cards you feel most intuitively drawn to, as I said, is going to be the most accurate reading for you. You can take a deep breath, pause the video if you need to, take your time with this, but just go by intuition. Try not to overthink it. And when you guys are ready and you've chosen a pile, I'm going to start with pile number 1. Hi there and welcome to your reading, everyone who chose pile 1 with this gorgeous beach theme and Tarot of the Gnomes. Let's see what's coming up for you in your week ahead over the next roughly 7 days. Could be a little bit longer as well. Let's just see what comes through. Okay, well that was very easy. Sometimes I'm shuffling for a while to get enough tarot cards out, but we have Kolesnica as your first card there, the Chariot. Love the little bunnies that are pulling this chariot. Then we have Desiatka Bulav, the 10 of Wands, and it says Sora, argument. We have Vasmyorka Manet, Biednost, the 8 of Pentacles, and it says poverty. Then we have Sila, strength. And Korol Bulav, so the King of Wands, and it says Vlast, power. Interesting. So strength and power go quite well together. What I'm feeling, you guys, is that you are kind of fighting against the odds and fighting against circumstances this week. I kind of get the feeling that a lot of you are working very hard, because the 8 of Pentacles is about working or studying, sometimes just working towards personal goals if it's not connected to career. But I feel as though you guys have been pushing and pushing towards this deadline for quite some time. So some of you might be preparing for exams possibly, or you might have something big coming up at work, or you just have a lot of work on where you need to get it done, because I'm feeling as though deadlines are kind of creeping up, you're getting panicked, or you're feeling as though everyone wants a piece of you, everyone wants you to do something for them, and you're not getting enough downtime, is what I'm feeling. There's this really strong, hardworking energy from you. And I should say as well, I'm seeing Cancer Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius so far in the reading, especially Leo. That's showing up twice. But yeah, this strong, hard-working energy from you guys. And I feel like you're really going to overcome this as well, for those of you who have been putting in this effort. Even if you feel like you're about to have a breakdown or you're about to have a serious burnout, I see you overcoming this. And I see you getting the result that you're working towards or that you're hoping for, because with strength and the King of Wands, with the keyword power there, it's like you just battling with timing or with circumstances or with this massive workload and just getting it done. So that's really, really positive. For those of you that this doesn't resonate with, if you're not feeling like you have any particular stuff going on at work or any particular hard goals in your personal life, this could just suggest that possibly there's some issues in, you know, your relationships with others. Maybe you feel as though people aren't there for you when you need them in this week, and like you're really wrestling to get noticed, or you're wrestling to overcome difficulties in relationships. But I feel for most of you it's connected to work or study in some way. Then we have Child of Swords. So that's the Page of Swords there, Pinocchio. So just kind of working hard. Again, the Child of Swords is someone who's very curious, wants to push forward. For those of you who feel like this is connected more to relationships, there could have been lying or deceit going on there, because obviously Pinocchio pops up when there's someone who's not telling the truth. But I also feel in some way a lot of you are trying to prove yourselves, whether you're proving yourself to someone else or just to yourself. It's like you're trying to see, if I get this done, then I am this great person. Or if I get this done, then I've finally done it. I've finally proven myself. Because Pinocchio wants to be a real boy. And I feel that this strong sense of pushing and working hard has got to come from somewhere. So I feel as though you guys kind of feel as though if you don't achieve this, then you've done something really wrong, or you've really let yourself down. So maybe try and relieve some of the pressure that you're putting on yourselves, although I completely understand. I am Capricorn Sun and have a lot of strong Capricorn placements, including Saturn in Capricorn, so I completely get this sense to work and achieve, and, you know, to pull out all the stops, including rest time, just out the window. Snow White, number 1, purity. Purity of mind and thoughts. I feel like you guys are just trying not to be distracted by anything. Maybe you also have this perfect ideal of what you want to achieve as well. Maybe if you're studying, you want to walk away with a first-class honours, or if you are working towards something at work, maybe you want a promotion or something. It's like you have this ideal vision in your mind, or you're looking for the perfect relationship. Barnabas and the Prince, number 11. Adventures, discovery, travel, and meeting destiny. So that's an interesting message. Meeting destiny, something fated is going to happen in this week. Maybe you meet a very important person, or you just are in the right place at the right time. Maybe you get some really important advice from someone. For some of you, there may also be travel opportunities coming up soon. I do kind of get that with the Chariot card there as well. Gratitude, Bluebell. Gorgeous little card. I love the colours here. I love the purple and the green together. So gratitude, being aware of what you have to be grateful for, giving thanks. This can be a way of creating downtime as well, of kind of calming down when you feel overwhelmed. If you just take 5 or 10 minutes to just breathe slowly and say thank you for what you've been blessed with, even if it's just as simple as a roof over your head or a nice meal in that day, or a good night's sleep. Just kind of go through the things that you're thankful for, and that can help bring you back into the moment. Oh yeah, expression. Wow, beautiful Orisha of the winds and the storms, death and rebirth coming through here. There's definitely this feeling of destructive energy from the circumstances around you, like you feel as though you're really fighting against a lot that's going on here. And like you need to kind of scream into the wind, like you're putting all of this energy out there. You're like saying, look, I'm doing this, I'm working hard. Notice me, or give me what I'm looking for. Give me this recognition or this end result that I'm hoping for. A lot of you also working on your throat chakra and sacral chakra. Let's get a love message. Practice compassion, number 15. See things from a fresh perspective. And I kind of feel as though this is directed towards you, group 1. I feel like you're being asked to be more gentle with yourself, more compassionate with yourself, and just cut yourself a bit of slack. Like, obviously, if you're working hard towards something, then you recognize that you need to put the hours in. But I feel as though you also need to make some time to rest or to have just some downtime, because I feel as though you're close to burning out if you keep pushing yourself so far without burning out, or if you keep what's the word, like keep focusing so much on one thing, whether it's work, whether it's a relationship, whether it's studies, whether it's the goal. There needs to be a time of, okay, I'm stepping back and I'm breathing. Wow, okay, you've got 2 cards from the gorgeous new Rumi Oracle. So you have a new gown, number 18. Really similar kind of imagery going on here. And Sacred Union, number 19. So I'm going to read from the guidebook here, because this is a brand new deck, and it's an Alana Fairchild deck, you guys. You know how much I love her. And that means that the guidebook is enormous. It is several hundred pages. It's like a book. Okay, so a new gown. This says, "Our beloved, if you could only see the incredible gift, the symbolic robe being offered to you now, your fears would quake and tremble, disappearing more quickly than you could imagine. Yet like a young one, so much younger than your years and wisdom warrant, you may hold on to your tattered robes as though they were a security blanket. Though you know it is time to let go, you may take pause and have a moment of doubt. You may wonder if the new robes will descend swiftly enough, or that without what you have known to cling on to, you will be left stark naked, exposed, and vulnerable. These thoughts are not worthy of your status, but perhaps you are yet to realize that you are of the most sublime royal lineage, and that you are worthy of a cloak of galaxies and a crown of stars. You are fast approaching a moment of a great leap, an evolutionary shift on your path. Your sense of self and your divine identity is about to be revealed in a way much more potent than ever before. This is wonderful, and you must allow it." Interesting. So this feeling of this great shift, and it also connects to Oya with death and rebirth there, because as the goddess of storms and winds, she kind of tears down what is no longer needed. She tears down the trees, she breaks up houses with hurricanes, and then new things can grow. So it seems destructive or scary, but you have to let go sometimes and have this newness. So this is what's coming towards you. And then Sacred Union as well, which feels like a love message. Yes, it says, "You lucky, lucky angel, you are about to be blessed with sacred union. This union is of the lover and the beloved, the masculine and the feminine. That which appears to be opposite will no longer appear to be so. There is a coming together that is divine and destined. You are to be swept up in a wave of such love." So that is beautiful, and also really connects, I feel, with the Barnabas and the Prince card, because that is very much about a fated meeting someone who could be a soulmate, could be someone you're really meant to have in your life. So love that you got those cards, and I just love the colours and the imagery there. Victory, number 28, yes. Feel like you guys are definitely going to get this result that you want. And this kind of laurel wreath there, it's like wearing a crown. There's a lot here about your confidence and the way you see yourself, Group 1. I feel like you're becoming a lot more aware of your own self-respect at this time. Maybe some of you are working with Oya. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. So beautiful phoenix energy. And again, connected to fire elementals, and of course death and rebirth. So this all is really fitting in together now. Major transformation about to occur in your life. Sinnlosigkeit, number 24, meaninglessness or senselessness, this feeling that life is empty at this time or that there aren't enough opportunities for you. And that's about to change. You know, things have been stripped bare like this, and then you're going to be shown the way, like this angel who is pointing towards this green space. It's death and rebirth. Patriarchos Felistiach, lost in the leaves. The 8 of circles, or number 80, potentially, it looks like. So maybe you feel as though you've kind of come by the wayside a little bit, like you just have no direction at the moment, like you're just working and working and working, or putting out all of this energy and you're just not getting the result back that you want, or you're not seeing any tangible changes in your life. But I feel like that is not going to be the case for much longer. Okay, so your tea leaf fortune cards say tulip, great passion, beautiful. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Feels like Sagittarius energy. Flowers, happiness. And goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Lovely. So let's just get you your affirmation for the week ahead. Oh, that was quick. Flow. I now open myself to inspiration and watch creativity flow through me. Really lovely. So I feel like you're being asked to let go of something and to give yourself some more downtime while continuing to work towards your goal. And then once you've let go of something, finally, this is when this new fresh energy comes in and you're able to move out of this limbo period and into this lovely new dawn. So let's get your charms on top now, group 1, and then we'll do your dice. And just my quick 2-second warning, if you don't like the sound of the charms being shuffled, you might just want to turn down your volume while I do that. So group 1, week ahead. Okay, quite a lot of charms. You've got this good luck charm, which is really nice, and also the shooting star. So a wish is going to be granted for you guys really soon. Again, connected to this transformation card. We've also got Pisces energy. We've got the autumn time coming through with this pumpkin. So autumn time could be the culmination of your wishes, or could be when you started feeling maybe like things are just drifting for you. We've also got this swarm insect charm, which makes me feel like you're feeling very overwhelmed at the moment. Emotionally, mentally, energetically, it's just like, woo, you know, all this stuff that you've got to deal with. And you are in the process here. You're processing this. You know, it's not a linear thing. You're still processing all of this. You're still going through the motions with this. You've got the dragon here, so some of you may be born in the year of the dragon. But this is also about a very significant time in your life. So this is a very important time where lots of exciting things are going to happen. It's just this slow process, a slow burn is what I always say when I get the gingerbread man. You've got the star there, hope and optimism for the future. Feels like you're being guided as well, whether or not you're picking up on that yet. There is some kind of toxic person or behavioral pattern or situation that needs to be released as well in order to bring in this fresh new energy. And love is going to be in the air very soon, the hummingbird. And then you've also got the letter R and the letter X. So in astrology, big R and small x together talks about retrograde. So when a planet goes retrograde. So potentially some of you have been suffering with one of your planets going retrograde, and maybe that's left you feeling like you're just not getting anywhere. For some of you, these could be initials, or a word might come to you, like Rex, for example. Could be a word in another language, obviously. I kind of thought of Hossa when I saw that. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Just because it landed there, but also it could be to do with an X as well, if this is maybe something that you need to let go of. So let's get your dice on top as well, see what else they can tell us. Okay, so we're rolling number 2 dice. Those are the original dice. They look like this. And we're just rolling 2 of them for you today. So 2 2s, 22. You've also got number 11 there. That's the Barnabas and the Prince card. And Snow White is number 1 as well, so you've kind of got 1 1 1 in a row. Okay, so we've got the moon there. Some of you possibly dealing with issues with your moon sign, or just this sense of insecurity and feeling, whenever I get the moon, I think of the moon in tarot. So insecurities, anxieties, doubts, worries, and also things to do with dreams and intuition. So possibly getting messages in your dreams that you're not picking up on, or maybe even having nightmares that you're going to fail or that things aren't going to work out well for you. And you've got the sheep. So this is like following in the footsteps of other people, or possibly not wanting to do what other people have done, you know, not wanting to be a sheep. Some of you could also be born in the year of the sheep or goat as well, and that's just an additional message to say that this is the right pile, you've chosen the right pile. But I kind of just get the feeling that you want to branch out on your own, like you want to do something differently. And you've just been putting in so much energy to get this distinction, or this kind of reward, this milestone point in your life, and I feel it's coming soon. You just need to take care of yourself in the meantime. So I hope this makes sense, group 1. Please do let me know in the comments how it resonated with you. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And if you'd like to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, check out the description box. There's loads of links in there. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram or Bilibili if you'd like to do that. You can give a donation to the channel via PayPal or my Etsy tips jar. I also have my Amazon wishlist and my new indie deck wishlist, all linked in the description box for new tarot and oracle decks. You can go ahead and join me on Patreon if you really like what you see here and you'd like to get access to exclusive content, which is patron only, then check that out. And I am still offering angel healing sessions and private readings over on my Etsy page, so if that interests you, check it out, see what's on there. And thank you so much for spending your time with me here today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care, have a great week ahead, group 1. Hey there, welcome to your reading if you chose group 2 with the Mountain Road picture and the Happy Tarot. Let's see what's coming up in your week ahead. Just kind of roughly the next 7 days, could be a little bit longer. Let's see what the cards want to say. Okay, so we've got the Hanged Man there. The 9 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and Queen of Swords. Interesting. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius popping out here. And what I feel, you guys, is that things are kind of on hold at the moment, as they are for a lot of us, obviously. But I kind of get the feeling that this seems more significant to you than it does for a lot of people. So maybe you're actually waiting for something and it feels like a very long way away because of what's going on in the world at the moment, or just maybe because of external factors. But I just kind of get this sense of waiting, or like you feel as though you're wasting your time because there's this worry there. It's not like the Hanged Man where you're just actively taking time out because you want to just have a little break from things. It feels like you're worried about this wait, or you're worried about the fact that time is just running away with you, or that you're not getting closer to your goal. So there's a sense of worry there, or a sense of kind of confusion of trying to make a decision, because with the 7 of Cups as well, I feel like some of you are getting to a point where you need to make a decision and you're just not sure yet. You're checking out all of these options, you're trying to figure out what works for you, and maybe it's causing you some stress or some worry because you think, well, I need to make this choice, but I just don't know which one is the right one for me. But Queen of Swords is this great card here because Queen of Swords is very, very decisive. She knows what's good for her, she knows what's the best thing for her to do. So I feel as though you find clarity by the end of the week and you cut through all of these options that are kind of castles in the sky, not really that useful for you, and you choose the option that's the right one for you from this kind of It's like a vending machine cabinet thing here. You choose the right thing. And suddenly you feel like you're back in control of your life again, because that's very much the Queen of Swords. Someone who's in control. Four of Swords. Yeah, this real feeling of like things not moving forward, group 2. Real sense of impatience or frustration. Even sadness and disappointment at what you've missed due to things being cancelled or things being delayed. Maybe you have something booked in the future, or you know that something is going to happen in the future and you just feel like, I want it to happen now. I want the time in between now and then to just disappear. It's kind of what I'm picking up on for some of you. But look, these boys are making the best of this slow time. They've hit this slow point in the river and they're just making the best of it. I feel like that card came out recently as well, maybe in one of my March predictions readings, so maybe you picked that pile. Just trying to make the best of a quiet time or a boring time. The Juniper Tree, Deception, number 34. Okay, I'm kind of getting two messages from this. For some of you, and this fits in with the Nine of Swords, obviously, and the Queen of Swords, it feels as though someone has betrayed you, or you feel like someone has kind of usurped you in some way. Like maybe you've always been a certain person in the friendship group, like maybe you've always been the clever one, and then a new person has joined and suddenly they're the clever one. Or maybe you've always wanted to do this thing and then suddenly someone's coming along and they're copying you and it's making you feel pushed out. Or it's making you feel like, what's my identity now, you know? Or this person's trying to look like they're better than me. For some of you, I also feel like it's just connected to choices. Like you don't want to make a false choice, so you don't want to make the wrong choice. So you're kind of evaluating all the options here. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. The Littlest Fairy, number 20. Appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. So maybe that's what this is talking about, this small time where you feel as though maybe you're small, or you feel as though just your life and your world has become much smaller. It's trying to appreciate the positives in that, trying to enjoy the quietness or the lack of responsibility or whatever it means for you. And kind of finding yourself again, because the Hanged Man does have this element to him that's similar to the Hermit, of about going within and seeing things clearly. So there's a little bit of know thyself coming through here, and maybe you guys are gonna get to the end of this week and just feel like, actually, this is who I am and this is my purpose and this is going to be my direction from now on. We've got Shimmer as well, number 39. Glamour, confidence, allure, and charisma. So that's what I love to see, you guys. Getting back to this sense of self, going from this place of feeling anxious or feeling small or feeling unsettled, ungrounded, into this place of, here I am. This is my purpose. This is what I'm here to do or achieve. This is what I know I want, and I'm going to go and get it. Let's get you a love message as well, group 2. Ask for help, number 14. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. Okay, so maybe if you're looking for love, you're not going about it in the right way. Maybe someone needs to give you some tips or some help. If you're already in a relationship, or if this is just about loving and caring in general, tell people how you're feeling. Ask for that bit of extra support or time or attention. Courage. Wow. Courage of your convictions, group 2, and definitely feeling a lot of courage to take on these feelings of frustration. And if you do feel as though you've been pushed out by someone else, to just kind of deal with this and come back so much stronger, which is what the Shimmer card and the Queen of Swords are showing us. So it's like finding that fire and that strength within you. Lakshmi, abundance, beautiful card. Abundance coming your way, lovely. I kind of think, don't worry, be happy. Everything's going to be fine when I get that card. So that's really, really lovely. And Hathor, joy. Interesting. And if you are looking for love, Hathor is a very auspicious card to receive, because Hathor is the goddess of love and she's all about receptivity. So allowing people to come to you. So joy and abundance. I mean, that's a lovely, lovely message to receive. Let's get you a card from the new Rumi Oracle. The courage of your love. Whoa. Okay, so we've just got the courage card, and then we've got Hathor, who is a love goddess. And then you've got the courage of your love, number 38. Wow. So let's read from the guidebook, because as I said at the start, this is a brand new deck. And it is an Alana Fairchild deck, you guys. You know how much I love her. And her guidebooks, they're like a novel. They're so thick. They're like a couple of 100 pages. And every card has like 3 or 4 pages or 5 pages dedicated to it. So the courage of your love. So it says, at first, as a young heart, you want only comfort for your beloved. You cannot bear the thought of pain within them, even for a moment. Your own suffering is easier than bearing the suffering of your beloved. That young heart grows wise through experience. It becomes an older, an ancient heart, tempered by grace and rendered strong with compassion. This is the great heart that can hold the suffering of the world within it, and yet still find space for peace, for sweetness, for tenderness, and for rapture. This is the heart that shines with courageous love. It is willing to feel and bear all suffering without judgment, whilst gently holding in it the truth of what the suffering really is, the drying out of the mind addicted to suffering. The path of freeing the heart from the effects of a fearful mind is an initiation into great power. So many lapses will happen before the heart grows strong enough to overpower old patterns and surrender without condition or equivocation. When it is ready to surrender in such a way, the heart is free and allowed to simply be. Even the mind then, finally free from shackles and joyfully submitting to love, declares, let love be, in whatever way it shall be. I can bear it, I will take refuge in it, I will not turn away from it. I am that love. And then really interestingly, because you picked the Mountain Path card, there's a line here where it says, you are an ancient one with a heart older than the mountains. You're being asked to free yourself from the too small loves of the youthful heart and come to understand and accept the wisdom of your mature heart. So this is really sweet. This is about freeing yourself from shackles. I kind of feel like freeing yourself from restriction and limitation as well. So maybe some of you, you're empaths, you feel really strongly the injustice of the world. You feel like a lot of people around you are struggling and suffering, and you just want to take that pain on for them so that they don't have to suffer. But equally, this is saying you can be comfortable with that and still find peace there. Woman holding a coin in the reverse, number 42. Yeah, I kind of get this feeling that someone seems more successful than you at the moment. You feel like you're comparing yourself a lot to another person, possibly a feminine. And you don't like that because that's not you. So we've got action, number 17, taking action to counteract that. Whether that means just telling someone how you feel and offloading it, whether it means going out and making these big plans for yourself, whether it means meditation, just taking action. Vast vistas, expand your horizons, absolutely. So you guys definitely are looking to the future, because this has a strong kind of 3 of Wands, 6 of Cups, sorry, 7 of Cups energy, and you've got the 7 of Cups card in your reading already. So it's got this feeling of you wanting to go out there, wanting to experience the world again, wanting to travel, maybe wanting to change your place of work or even move house or something. There's this sense of freshness that you want to bring into your life. Maybe you're exploring other cultures or other languages. Maybe even escapism through literature or films. There's just this sense of you trying to get a fresh new scenery in your life. Vertrauen, number 28, trust. Put your trust in the universe. Trust that anything that is upsetting you will work out, because you've got that abundance card. It's also very courageous to trust. A lot of people aren't brave enough to trust that things will work out. po bananu, like a banana. 5 of arrows. So this is about just kind of doing something silly, doing something really out of character, behaving like a child in some way. So maybe playing video games, watching cartoons, eating kind of kiddie food, something that's nostalgic or something that just makes you feel freed from responsibility. Because you can see on this card, there's all these like cogs and springs, and there's a key, there's like screws and stuff, and so these bananas seem to have broken out of some kind of machine. And so that really connects with the Courage of Your Love card about freeing yourself from restriction or expectation. Really feel like the Vast Feasters card is important. It's like you guys just want to move on somewhere, you want to go away somewhere. Okay, so then we've got Needle and Thread. A sincere wish will be granted. That's beautiful, from your Tea Leaf Fortune cards. Angel, spiritual guidance and protection from harm. Feather, wow, Angel and Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere, so maybe that's connected to the Deception card, the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Cups. And Key, successful outcome to your problems, and that looks very similar to this key here. Like, look how very similar they are. Yes, so successful outcome to a problem, protection from harm, angels around you, and needing to understand who you can trust at this time. I love that a sincere wish will be granted as well. That feels like, you know, abundance again. Like you're going to get what you've dreamed of. You're going to get this change that you've been looking for. Let's just get your affirmation for the week, and then we'll do your charms and dice. Okay, you've actually got 2 of these. So you have connect. I create strong emotional connections with the important people in my life. So if you do feel as though there's someone untrustworthy or someone who is making you feel pushed out, don't let that stop you from connecting with people or even seeking out new people if you feel like you've outgrown your friendship group or you can't be around the same people anymore. And transformation. With the help of my dreams, I am ready to make changes towards a new me. Beautiful. Just like that Shimmer card and the Queen of Swords. So let's get your charms on top, group 2, and just my quick 2-second warning. If you don't like the sound of the charms, just turn down your volume now. So group 2, week ahead. Okay, wow. Okay, so you got this angel, this guardian angel that fell out while I was shuffling, and then you got the other one as well. So that's beautiful that you've got those. You've got the crown, so Queen of Swords again, taking decisions back into your own hands. The crown is all about sovereignty, so remembering that you're the most important person in your life. You're the protagonist of this story. You need to make the decisions that are right for you and not be influenced by others. You've got growth there. And another key, so success, releasing blockages, new opportunities. You've got earth elementals working with you there. Beautiful. It's also telling you it's fine to be different. If you feel like you don't fit in, that's completely fine. You're being guided. Have faith, have optimism, have hope. You've got the baby tapir there, so some of you have children to consider, but for a lot of you this is just a charm about needing to feel more confident in your own identity. There's also love for a lot of you as well. New love or greater love in your relationships. We've got these 6 of Wands charms, so victory. People thinking very highly of you as well and you just being in your power. A lot of you also dealing with shadow self issues at this time, especially fear. The just married charm is interesting there because I feel as though for some of you there's a worry here connected to relationships. Possibly you're feeling pushed out or threatened by another person, but I think for a lot of you you're also worried about reaching a certain age without being in a stable relationship, and maybe other people around you are in those relationships, and so they're making you feel threatened without even meaning to. We've got the thistle there, the Scottish charm. Some of you have a connection to Scotland through your name or through your work or your family history. This can also talk about being a bit prickly, a bit hard to get close to, kind of shutting people out a little bit. And you have the Kuan Yin charm there with the lotus. So I'm going to get you a Kuan Yin Oracle card. Let me just open the deck. I'll be back in a moment. Okay guys, so I'm back. So I'm going to get you a Kuan Yin Oracle card. This is also an Alana Fairchild deck, so I'll be reading from the guidebook. Her decks are incredible and just really, really spiritual. Okay, so you guys have got Princess of the Autumn Harvest, number 22. So let's see what that's all about. This is Kuan Yin's message for you at this time. Funny also that it's 22 when you're group number 2. So the Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings gifts of bounty and blessing for efforts and actions of the past. It is a time when fruit of labours is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. This may come in the form of a spiritual gift, an opportunity, a windfall of abundance, keyword abundance there, a significant relationship or an important friendship, and more. With gratitude in your heart, you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive it, knowing it is justly deserved. So that is a really beautiful, beautiful card there, just saying be open to endless blessings, because you've got this beautiful blessing coming your way, and it's going to take a different form for a lot of people, but it takes that card there, a sincere wish will be granted, as well as abundance, as well as successful outcome to your problems and trust. So this all makes sense, and I'm really pleased that you got that lovely additional message there. So let's just put your dice on top as well, group 2, to finish up your reading. So we're rolling the 5th set of dice, which is the actions dice, and of course you've got that card there that's called action. They look like this. And we're rolling 3 of them for you today. Group 1 only got 2 dice as well, so we're not getting many dice today. Okay. Yeah, so we've had this feeling for a while where you felt very disappointed, you felt very upset, rejected even. I just get the feeling that there's a situation where you're very much comparing yourself to another person, or you feel as though someone's actions or behaviour is making you feel pushed out of your friendship group or even out of your family or something. You feel like someone's taking your place or someone is trying to copy you in some way, and it's making you feel very unsettled. We've got the gift giving here, so a gift or opportunity is coming your way, group 2. This could be a physical gift, like someone gives you a present, but I feel like for a lot of you it's going to be there's an opportunity, or there's a new person, or there's this brand new sense of identity coming towards you. And we've got the person knocking on the door really quite furiously, so this has landed on the Pobanano card. So it feels as though this time of connecting back to the self and becoming your authentic self through connecting to your inner child, possibly things that have been suppressed or things that you've changed because of societal expectations, you know, changing yourself, putting on a mask. This has been kind of trying to get your attention for a very long time. This is a long time coming. So whatever kind of reset you're about to go through in your identity or in your personality or your long-term goals, this has been building for a very, very long time. So please don't feel like it's out of character or like it's sudden, because things like this have been trying to get your attention for a while. You just may not have been noticing it. So group 2, I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments how it resonated with you. Like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, then check out the description box. There's lots of links in there. So you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram or Bilibili if you'd like to do that. If you want to make a donation to the channel, thank you so much. I have a tips jar on Etsy. I also have my PayPal link for tips and donations. And I do also have my Amazon wishlist and my new indie deck wishlist as well, linked in the description, for new Tarot and Oracle decks if you'd like to get a new deck for the channel. Thank you. you can become a patron on my Patreon page, and that's where you get access to exclusive content, so things that I don't post anywhere else that are just for patrons. You can get access to that on there, and that includes giveaways as well. And if you would like an angel healing session or a private reading, then check out my Etsy page, because I am offering them there at this time as well. So thank you so much for spending your time with me here today, Group 2. I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care. Hey there, Group 3. Welcome to your reading, everyone who chose the little goat field and the Ramses Tarot of Eternity deck. This is going to be your reading. So let's see what's coming up for you in the next week or so. Kind of like the next 7 days, but it might be a little bit longer than that, maybe up to 10 days. Okay. Ooh. Okay, lots of cards. So we've got the Temperance card, first of all. Then the King of Pentacles. The Chariot. Group 1 had the Chariot as well. Queen of Cups. 4 of Swords. Group 2 got that as their inner child card. And the Tower. Interesting. So lots going on here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Sagittarius. So lots of zodiac signs. I feel like quite a few people might choose this pile. Cancer is the strongest sign at the moment, though. So what I'm feeling is a couple of things. Firstly, with the 4 of Swords, I feel like this is a sign for you to rest. You need to rest at this time, because I see that a lot is going on for you. You're working very hard with the Chariot. And also the Temperance card is telling you need to rest as well. It feels like your life has gotten a little bit out of balance because you're so focused on your goals. So you need to get back into balance, this lovely balanced energy here. Take care of your basic needs, like drinking lots of water, eating well, getting enough sleep. All of those things really contribute to a better energy field and just a better state of mind generally. Like if you neglect even one of those things, it's crazy how much of a difference it makes. And also with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, both of these cards in this deck look like they're appealing for help. They look like they're kind of, you know, trying to invoke someone to help them, or they're begging for a sign, or they're asking for help in some way. So I feel as though you're kind of, for some of you, reaching your breaking point, but a lot of you just trying to really achieve something, and you just want things to go well. And so you're asking for help to manifest this, or to give you the best possible chances of achieving this. And there's a lot of turbulence in your life right now, whether that's just in your emotions or in a lot of changes that are going on in the world around you. So I'm very interested to see what the Oracle cards are going to pick up on, because there's a lot to unravel here. Start off with your inner child card. Guardian of Swords, so the King of Swords, another Swords card. That's Archangel Michael. So maybe some of you have been asking Archangel Michael for help or for guidance. And now we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius joining the reading as well. So pretty much every zodiac sign at this point. Yeah, and again, Guardian of Swords, King of Swords has this very strong, hard-working energy. Like you're trying to achieve something, or you're really moving up to the next level when it comes to career or skills. Stolen in her sleep, number 15, unaware, unconscious, unawakened. So there are unawakened skills that you are now becoming aware of, or there are possibly even past memories coming back to you, some of you dealing with past life issues. There's also this sense of this inner development that's going on, which could be connected to the Tower card there, because I felt this sense of inner turbulence potentially with the Tower. There's a lot going on beneath the surface, let's just say. Rumpelstiltskin Secrets, number 16. Yeah, a lot to do with things being hidden here, or things going on just on the inside, like on the inside of your mind, things that you don't want to talk about, things that you feel people would think you were weird if you mentioned them, or maybe past memories that you'd completely forgotten about now coming to the forefront. And you're not sure what to do with them, or maybe you even see someone from your past and it kind of triggers all these memories. Oh, you guys have got 2 Enchanted Blossoms cards. So generosity with honeysuckle is your first card. Being kind, being generous. Of course, the Queen of Cups here is kind of lavished this statue, I think, of Hathor with all of these gifts. Like she's saying, please bring love to me. I feel she's giving her all these offerings. And we also have pride with Amaryllis there. So possibly you're dealing with the death of the ego going on. Maybe some of you are really trying to deal with issues of pride and letting that go. There's a lot of kind of subconscious development that's going on. Lyohan, individuality. Yeah. Personal development. Discovering who you are. Psyche, yes, the mind. Persistence. Wow. Yeah, so a lot of you are really doing this kind of know thyself thing at the moment. You're learning a lot more about yourself. Some of you possibly doing past life regressions or having dreams of very strong symbolism that kind of feel like deja vu. They feel like memories. Maybe some of you are just developing so much through meditation or through your spiritual practice that you're starting to wonder what's happening here. You know, it just feels like very rapid development. Let's get you a love message. Simple acts of kindness, number 5. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. So that seems to fit with the generosity card, doesn't it? Being in this energy of giving in this week, showing love through simple acts of kindness, showing people that you care and that you've been thinking about them. Let's get you a card from the gorgeous new Rumi Oracle. Enter the Garden of Delights, number 28. Well, that's lovely. And I kind of felt like this would be helpful for you because this seems to be the most spiritual reading of the lot. Group 3s are always really interesting for me. They're always very different from the previous piles, and they're always often a lot more complicated than the previous piles as well. So Enter the Garden of Delights. This is an Alana Fairchild deck, the Rumi Oracle. So the guidebook is several hundred pages long. It's like a book. Let's just read a little bit of it. You've been granted entry into sacred space, a mihrab, a sanctuary for worship. When the soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which the soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are being invited by your spiritual brother Rumi to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. Sometimes a part of you may rather stay locked in an illusion of security for a time, perhaps expressed through the preference for what is known over what is unknown, what is familiar and comfortable compared to that which is unfamiliar or uncomfortable. To tussle with parts of us that would deny aliveness is a natural part of growth. It can seem so risky, with such potential for heartache, and yet what could be more heart-wrenching than the slow death of a precious human soul, suffocated by fear and inertia? That is the greatest risk, of never really and fully being born into this world of wonders. To come alive requires shedding of so much adherence to the fear of death. The great brother Rumi whispers wisdom into your heart. You have heard it, felt it already. The fear of death is so much more terrible than death itself. Nothing is dying in you but fear, so the heart can live more freely. Death and life are twin angels, dancing together in communion with the sacred. They are not opposed. They bring the soul aliveness and make the Garden of Delights possible. They bring the seasons of the soul that foster growth and take the appearance of dying away, which is actually part of the cycle of life, again and again and again. You have been through much death, dear one, around you and within you. You have known this dark angel, and that is why you are so full of life. Let us celebrate. What a beautiful message. So this sense of coming to life, of shedding, as I said, the death of the ego, shedding fear, shedding anything that would hold you back from being your true self, this individuality, persistence, sticking with it. Wow. The garden and the gate in the reverse, number 30. So this fear of leaving the garden, but needing to step out of it nonetheless. And you've got these 3 cards in a row that are kind of like garden or forest imagery. You've got man holding a coin in the reverse, number 43. So potentially there is a masculine energy who has let you down or has manipulated you in some way, or who didn't help you when they could have helped you. This could be the King of Pentacles figure. And we have attachment in the reverse as well, number 5, which is about letting go to attachments which are unhealthy for us. And that can be relationships, thought patterns, belief systems, behavioral patterns, places. Navigating by the stars. I love this card. Follow your bliss. So you're being asked to follow what feels right for you. No longer being trapped and restricted. Dunkle Geschichte, number 21, dark story. So don't tell yourself it's going to go wrong. This is exactly what the Garden of Delights was saying. Don't say, if I do this, it's going to be scary. You know, I'm stepping into the unknown. It's going to go horribly wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Try to release these kinds of fears or paranoid thoughts that are stopping you from moving forward. Пересеченная местность. Rugged terrain or difficult terrain. 15 of circles and diamonds. Could also be like a number 150. So yeah, this feeling of having many mountains to climb or lots of things to overcome before you feel comfortable. There's a lot of tests and challenges that you've been through, I think, group 3, and you're seeing so much change because of that. Hasn't been easy though. So your tea leaf fortune cards now. We've got Bat, take care, enemies are working against you. So potentially there are some people who do not want to see you be happy or do not want to see you succeed in life or do really well. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. And with that, I feel like cutting people out as well. Making a clean break. You've got Bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Boat, money or prosperity. Sorry, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. So there's a connection here to earning money or winning money. You've got October. Lily, spiritual love. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. That's lovely. So I don't think you need to worry about this bat figure. And Gong, an exciting event. Wow. October may be the time that this all started for you, this journey, or it could be when it reaches a culmination or a turning point. Let's get your affirmation for the week ahead, and then we'll do your charms and dice. Divine dream. I am divinely guided. My intuition shows me the way through my dreaming world. And that makes so much sense with the navigating by the stars card as well. And of course, stolen in her sleep as well. So I feel you're going to get these intuitive messages through your dreams or through your intuition that push you in the right way. So let's get your charms on top. Just my 2-second warning. If you don't like the sound of the charms, best to turn down your device volume while I shuffle them. Won't take very long, but I know that not everyone likes the sound. So group 3, your week ahead. Okay, so these two, and I feel some others fell out while I was shuffling. We've got Libra, sense of balancing, again, balancing the scales, and wintertime. So wintertime is when you start navigating or you start getting these intuitive messages. You've got winter again there on the generosity charm, generosity card. Transformation, growth, stability. Makes sense that the tree is on the garden card as well. Being yourself, your authentic self with the March hare. Also about springtime and fertility. Attachment, yes, releasing attachment. Defensiveness. This may feel scary. This may be something you don't want to do, but you know deep down that you've got to. You've got another winter charm on the individuality card, and you have a feminine energy. So the feminine is going through this deep change, this new sense of identity. Could be someone born in the year of the dog who's involved in this as well, but this is also about loyalty. Being loyal and true to yourself, or having someone around you who is very loyal to you. Fire extinguisher there, getting rid of a crisis situation, overcoming a very difficult time. Yes, the big key. New opportunities, unblocking blocked energy, overcoming obstacles, finding solutions to problems. Sagittarius energy there, determination. Hitting goals, hitting milestones and targets. And also the notification bell. So someone who wants your attention, or someone who wants you to notice them or get in touch with them. And it's landed on the lily or spiritual love card. So there does seem to be a love interest here, or quite soon if there isn't one already. So let's get your dice on top as well. Okay, we're rolling the second set of dice. Those are the original dice. And they look like this, group 3. And we're rolling 6 of them for you today. So that's the most dice that I've rolled today, because I think group 1 just got 2 and group 2 got 3. So, let's see what this says. So the Wheel of Fortune. Things working out in your favour, your luck changing for the better, sense of stability as well there. And kind of going up in the world as well, maybe hitting milestones. Epiphanies, good ideas, things that set you free. You've got another key. So again, finding solutions to problems, unblocking and unlocking the door to your future. Helping out, giving something to someone, whether that is a physical thing or something like your time or your advice. Giving someone the help they need, or something kind to let them know that you care. And the rainbow there as well, that makes me think of healing and positivity and kind of blessings for the future. Whenever I see a rainbow, I think of blessings. So blessings definitely on the way. Just feels like you're about to enter this very positive space, but there's a few things that need to be let go of in order to be granted the key, the access to that beautiful garden. It's like you can't enter it while you're still attached to those people or those things or those mindsets, if that makes sense, group 3. So I really hope you enjoyed this. Please do let me know in the comments if you did, how it resonated with you. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, then check out my description box. There's lots of links in there to help you do that. So for example, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram or Bilibili if you'd like to do that. You can become a patron on my Patreon page and get access to exclusive content that I post over there, including things like giveaways, which are only for patrons. If you'd like to donate to the channel, thank you so much. You can do that through my PayPal link, which is for tips and donations, or my Etsy tips jar. And I do also have, of course, my Amazon wishlist and my new indie deck wishlist for Tarot and Oracle decks. All of this is linked in the description box. And if you would like to get an angel healing session or a private reading with me, then check out my Etsy page, because I am still offering them there at this time. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great week ahead, group 3, and a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care.